brutal schedule for players, and it ends up being a endurance competition as much as anything.
Absolutely, and it's funny too, because when we're talking about DM4's intensity, that's when I really felt it, because I would remember times of playing that map when maybe I would be a little bit tired, or maybe I've already been playing for a few hours, and
just becomes a blur.
Eventually it becomes like a bit of a blur, because you've got to be so fast and super focused all the time that to keep up with everything, that I would realize I'm losing focus all the time. Like, this is...
I'm just dying, and I don't care anymore.
I've lost track. I've lost mental track of everything that's happening. It's just, it is pretty brutal, but I think that is the most extreme of the cases. Like, there's nothing as extreme as DM4. It's just a room, for God's sake. It's just a room, basically.
Just a room.
Fancy room. With lava, of course.
Right.
You've got to have lava in there.
Just like my living room, yeah.
So, do you have...
One of these days, yeah.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
It'll be nice.
That would be pretty cool. Especially at night time, the red glow of the lava would be very nice.
Yeah. Cook marshmallows would be great.
I was thinking of getting maybe an aquarium or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
But maybe lava sounds a bit better. That's a bit more out there.
More brutal. Yeah. All right, here we go. It's gonna be Blood Run. And again, we're here in rematch land. Aeronauts versus Rune. Gonna have to keep their intensity up.
Yep, this is a great one to start off on. ZTN has delivered a lot of good matches today, and we'll be seeing Locust immediately picking up that mega, going for the rocket jump, and
shut down by the LG.
Oh, wow.
What?
The pins.
Wow. You're not going anywhere. That quad is getting a little bit lonely, but finally it's going to be Locust who gets the pickup.
That was amazing there from BPS, and it had to be perfect, and it was. Stuck like glue. Industrial strength glue, and now it's going to be Locktar trying to battle for this red armor, and it's not going so well. This is a nice push back in there, and the BPS and Locust are going to start to take some advantages there.
It was good coordination too. Locktar was going in for the LG to deny the red armor pickup, but it was Locktar, I'm sorry, it was Locust who ended up coming in and doing enough damage and running away afterwards, which doesn't actually happen very often in QuakeWorld. So first minute here, not a whole lot of decisive frags, but as this red armor comes up, this could set the tone for our next quad damage. But no, Carapace just gets nailed against the wall there. Locktar coming in maybe a little bit too late to save his friend.
Yeah, and it's going to be a very close back and forth here now as the frags start to go back into the way of Rune to tie things up. But the quad is spawning, so that can change everything, can mix everything up. And there's definitely not a guarantee here for Carapace and Locktar of Rune, as we already have the Aeronauts on position. But the LG's there just in time for the steal. And now they have problems, but maybe not.
One rocket is all it would have taken. Just shove it somewhere in the corner. It'll get him. He's in the same zip code, but no. He was able to survive that one and take down quad. Keeping things pretty tight here for the next minute. As Locktar is looking to recover here, BPS already throwing down a lot of damage his way. Locktar is going to be stuck in recovery mode here, which leaves Carapace in a rather ugly spot.
Locktar's going to be rocket jumping up, and Carapace they're basically going to be just putting themselves in a box to be rocketed away. Nice frag there, or double frag from Locust as he holds on to control again, and just building into that next quad perhaps is what he's thinking about, and they're going to miss all the rockets. Nothing connecting. This is really bad actually, because he's so strong. But quad, he's got 100 cells in his LG as well. So he's got unlimited LG, all the rockets, the red armor, the mega health, and he's coming for the quad. This is going to be very dangerous. We've seen what this guy can do already.
Oh, he's going to try to stick in this corner. Locktar is not going to be looking his way. Nobody's paying too much attention to Locust, but finally that little bit of LG takes all that stack and takes it away. BPS, though, is going to be a relatively fresh spawn. He's got LG, though, but that quad is not going to last long. Getting caught on the catwalk is going to put an end to that.
Yeah, thank God for Carapace and Locktar. That would have been very scary, very responsible and timely play back into the quad room there to deny a fearsome run. But Locktar himself is looking to turn tail and run there because he has so little health, but really wants to keep control of the red armor area. His teammate Carapace is in the vicinity to make the jump as well for the red, but no, he gets picked up the sky there by the LG of Locust, and the red is up for grabs still.
Oh, nice knockdown. Carapace not getting anywhere near that red armor. It's going to be BPS running away with it there. Good damage coming out of him, however, as both teams are just circling around each other, doing a lot of attrition damage, making things really painful coming into quad. Nobody's really going to have a great stack here. I mean, we're looking at Locktar with yellow armor. It's going to be a quiet room for the moment, but that won't last long, surely. There. Down to 4 HP and can't even get up on the quad. BPS is going to be there, as is Kara. Kara goes down immediately. BPS getting the quad and out of there? No, he's not able to get past the catwalk. That's the second time that route has been taken and completely shut down the quad.
Yeah, so there's been no actual proper quad run just yet, because both teams are so good at responsibly locking it down in time, which is keeping this scoreline very, very close. The first team to break out with a strong quad run is really going to take advantages. But it's Loktar there. He's going to be pushing forwards and just dealing the damage with the LG back into the red position. Really looking for some health and armor at this point. And in the next 15 seconds, it would be really nice to get some stack because that quad, again, is coming.
Well, Loktar had weapons and ammo, but we're going to be seeing Locust here just looking to put some damage on the red. Might go in for the rocket jump. There it is. BPS, I don't know. He could have used it, but now we have one red, one mega. So they're both looking fairly strong, probably coming in different angles and coordinating fairly well to get set up on this quad.
Ooh, BPS, be careful there.
Yeah,
almost running into the pines. Yeah. And the quad is soon to be Locust, perhaps, as the stray rockets will find their way into the quad room. And very
again,
nice.
Yeah, the catwalk, they just cannot get out of there. So many dead starts on this quad. And that was a good entry in there. I mean, they were a little bit early, but they still managed to maintain some amount of stack and get out of the room, just maybe not the right way.
Yeah, some great timing there coming in on the rocket. And again, you have to take those risks. You cannot allow the quad run to be made. And it is neck and neck at the moment. Neither team really taking a lead for very long. And BPS will have a quick fight there against Carapace. An important one to win as Carapace is pretty stacked. And look at this. We've got Locust there with the red and a lot of weapons to work with. BPS is in a similar position. He just needs the armor. They should be able to get it. But no, Loktar. Very, very strong rockets. And can he get this red? 3 seconds till it spawns. He's looking good for it.
That'll tie it up here once again, 32-32 at the halfway mark. Loktar is going to try to shoot through all of his LG, but Carapace is going to take him down, unfortunately. So BPS is going to be fairly weak, but no, he won't get very far with that. Well, actually, off the spawn, he's able to take quite a lot off of this. What a huge backpack that was. And there's the quad as well. So a little bit of armor, a little bit of health would certainly go a long way towards making this their first real opportunity to get some headway against the Aeronauts.
Yeah, this is the first time we're going to see the quad actually get out, but everybody seems to have disappeared. There's one frag looking for others off the spawn, but nothing is really going easily just so far for Carapace to capitalize with. No spawners. They're just hiding. They're playing this very, very well. I think they've conceded maybe like one frag. And that's actually a pretty worthwhile def to have. You're going to steal away the red from Carapace, keep him low. And Locust now is going to bear down on him. And actually, he might die, but he's done a lot of damage. No, he gets the kill even.
Both of them surviving just barely. Certainly they won't for very long, but it keeps the score close once again. So Carapace going to be trying to back up here. We got Locust bearing down on him and Loktar here. So there's the grab for the red armor. Immediately taking a rocket to the face. And the LG is just going to nail him up against the grenade ledge. Yeah,
this is such a tight match at the moment. Again, I mean, one quad was out, but didn't really do much. We got the super nail gun trying to do some damage there. But Carapace, oh, he's got the LG and so much damage being done. Loktar has been left so weak, but can he recover from this? They must be, yeah, exactly as I say, there must be spam rockets, and indeed there will be as he tries to survive. And he's going to get himself the health at the very least, but I don't know if he'll get any armor, to be honest. The yellow was just stolen away.
There's BPS taken down twice, but Locust is allegedly still out here. So Loktar is in a bit of risk, and it's going to be Gravity, actually, who ends up taking that one. Carapace has been really doing a fantastic job here, and I think you were right. Over the last few rounds, I think we've really seen him kind of crank things up a few notches, but now it's going to be up to Locust to kind of catch things back up. It's still very, very close, but one quad run could ruin everything for either of these teams.
That is incredibly true, and there's not too many of them left in this matchup. The next one will be spawning very soon. They got Carapace back in towards the red. He's going to pick that one. Oh no, he's going to miss the jump actually, and he's left very weak as well. Although I believe Loktar, his teammate, did pick it up. Carapace is back on in there after the grab of the mega with a nice take of the quad room.
And Loktar is ready on standby with plenty of armor himself. Is this going to be a death trap once again? BPS is there, but the shot isn't there this time. 3 seconds to red. Is it worthwhile? Well, it might be, as long as they keep spawning down there. And you could just throw down rockets and LG. So there's red armor, and there's the quad. 10 frags up now, and I think this run might give them, well, a few more.
So here it is, Carapace. He's got a big opportunity now to secure it, to get it in the bag, perhaps, as he takes the first frag there. Takes down Locust. The speed is good here for Carapace, but he can't quite find an easy engagement there for the follow-ups, and he takes a lot of damage, so the Reign of Terror might be over just for now, but there's a quick extra frag before he is done just yet. Oh no, Locust steals away the yellow.
But Carapace is still able to put his incredible LG to work there to take him down, keeping this lead. So only 2 minutes left to make this, and we've seen it disappear very quickly. So these last couple quads are going to be of the utmost importance. So Carapace is only at 17 health. It was like, I don't care. I just want to take this and sure, die. Cool. I'm just going to kill myself. Why not? Just prevent that.
If I can't have it, no one can have it.
Exactly.
Now, it's just over a minute left here for Locust and BPS to find a way back in. It's only 10 frags, very doable even without the quad, but they need some serious fragging, some serious control of these areas. And I think Carapace and Locked are just putting up too much of a fight right now, and Carapace is going to steal away the red as well, making him a bit of a favorite for the center map position.
All right, so they're gaining the lead here just enough to maybe feel comfortable, but this last minute is going to be the last hurrah on the quad. Carapace is going to be taking a bit of damage, but they're going to be looking for it soon here. He's actually getting a lot of awesome spawn frags here.
Yeah.
He's just being fed frags by Locktar on the other end of the map, but BPS is going to have a little bit of stack there. He's going to do just enough to weaken him and make it so that this quad is difficult for him to come in on. So this might be rinse and repeat here. Just take quad and die. Well, not the other way around. That's the wrong way around. Oh, it's going to be Carapace getting the grab anyway off the spawn. So that, you know, there's no more quad on the map, which means there's really no time to catch up these frags.
Yeah, nice little mid-air there to take the quad down, but it's just 20 seconds left now, and it's become impossible essentially due to, well, people can't spawn quickly enough.
Right, right.
Even if you were to consistently get spawn frags, they can just slow spawn to safety. And looks like the first map will be taken by Rune, but by no means was it easy. It was basically just the difference was made by just getting 2 quads out basically for Carapace, and otherwise it was neck and neck the entire way. Had one of those quads gone to
so many quads died. Like it felt like Aerowalk. So many quads just didn't get out. Well, it's ironic because today so many quad runs have happened in Aerowalk, more than I generally see.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, normally it's quite rare, isn't it, that anyone can escape the death trap that is just that horrible position.
Yeah.
But it has happened. On this, that definitely looked a bit more normal. And that's quite cool. Again, you know, that's what you kind of expect. It's a few big plays with the quads to really make or break the map for the team. And now we move into, we move into DM4. We've seen quite some DM4 today, and I think this is going to be a great one for these two teams. We saw that it was very close against Milton and Rickhold, so I really love the chances here for Carapace and Locktar. But likewise, I feel like BPS and Locust, they are amazing on this map as well, so we're in for a good one.
And again, this is you know, another opportunity for the Aeronauts to stay in this, to claw their way out of the lower bracket, because we're running out of matches here very, very quickly. But here we go. Going to be following Carapace out of the gate. He's going to be down below, getting away with Red Armor and Rocket Launcher. Taking a little bit of LG from behind immediately, but he's still got the advantage of position here. If not that last rocket to take down Locust with 1 HP, can he do anything useful here? Maybe not.
So just trying to hold on, and you'll often see people with just no armor, but being able to do a lot of damage. If you can do, you know, well, essentially 200 damage for your 100 health, and you know, with an LG in this middle position, often you've actually done your job. It's all about just the efficiency of the damage dealing and finding ways to maximize that. And we can see BPS ducking out for just a moment, picking up the yellow armor there. He's got a rocket launcher and 32 points of health with that YA, so he's a little bit fragile actually. And there you go, just one rocket, very nicely done. And he was waiting there for ages, not doing anything. And Carapace, meanwhile, is just fragging heavily.
Trying to remember what map he was in, maybe, because that corners is not someplace you want to hang out in too long. Carapace doing a nice little bit of footwork here, as we're going to be seeing Locktar drop down below. Going to be covering both teleporter exits here. He's got LG to do some real damage, but needs to make sure that they're actually covering every possible angle of this side, because they certainly don't want to get focus fired as they're being entered in on. And here comes more free ammo for Carapace. Finally get taken down, but that was a hell of a run out of him.
Yeah, it really was, and they're really making a big lead from it. And I definitely would say that it's a lot about Carapace's great work here, just being so active all the time. And we're going to see more fighting here from BPS and Locktar. They're trying to do it there in the center map, but we have a slightly better stack and positioning on some of these players here from Team Rune.
Absolutely. So BPS, actually, this is something, a tactic I generally see a little bit more in Duel, just kind of hanging out here going, all right, throw down the spam. We're both down here. We're 11 frags down, but apparently we don't care right now. We're going to wait for this armor and then both come through. Viable strategy, maybe? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, and you give your opponents a lot of time to actually position and pick stuff up, which is normally the
2v2 is Duel times 2, right? So we'll just do the same thing we do in Duel. Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
you just have to constantly pressure, because you cannot allow people to get into position. You cannot allow them to get any additional GAs like green armors or cells or grenades. There's not a lot to work with, but it adds up.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So Kara's going to be coming in here, being a little bit more assertive on the room at the moment. He's left by himself. He's able to take down BPS just fine. Running out of health, he's able to get the green armor at the very least, but the lightning gun will be making short work of that. As BPS down below trying to make something happen that doesn't involve killing a teammate.
I mean, the gap isn't too big just yet, though. You can
No,
see that,
no, not at all.
Aeronauts are getting back into this Locust and BPS. That's a great rocket from below from BPS to help Locust out. And, well, Locust is going to take this opportunity to start controlling the armor a little bit more. And this is where they make the difference now. This is a really nice run. And Locust, he's got 22 cells of LG. He'd like some more, but that's going to be enough to hold down this position. For now, at least.
And we keep seeing them kind of facing off on one side of mid here, which allows them to kind of make these frags for a little while as long as they keep coming from that side, but it kind of denies their ability to kind of react nicely. So Locust has to put himself kind of way out of position. Can't catch Carapace that quickly on that side. He's able to finally take him down, but just by merit of his own LG work. So as long as he can trust your LG, you know, cool, do what you want.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful air rocket.
And just when it was looking so good for the Aeronauts, Carapace and Locktar coming back in again, slowing the ascent and perhaps making it a descent again, as they now are battling for their lives, battling for positioning. Carapace and Locktar are holding it down in the middle, but they're fairly weak themselves, and Carapace is now quite dead, so maybe Aeronauts can get back in there.
All right, so Locust going to be hatching a red armor here pretty soon. Which means that BPS, yeah, there's bits of BPS dropping down. Yeah. You okay, buddy? Yeah. By the way, I don't think I can ever stream QuakeWorld again without Gibbs.
No,
fantastic.
No. It does so good.
So Locust here, going to be running out of rocket ammo here pretty soon. Trying to get a bead on Carapace. And even just anticipating him popping through the teleport, but no, he's going to be stuck back there. That alcove is actually kind of interesting. It's just deep enough that from the very top, it's actually kind of hard to hit him with LG.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. And, well, we got to the battle again, just raging on here. Locust getting quite a few frags there. And ton of frags are always going to happen on this map. It's pretty unavoidable, to be honest, in a lot of spots, especially this corridor, this one right there. That is a nice spot, and it's not just that.
Nice.
The tele-exit there as well.
Yeah, that was perfectly timed through the floor. So that's going to give BPS a bit of an edge here and bring the scoreline within 3-4 frags. But BPS is catching himself in a really awkward spot, getting a freebie frag, but it ended up hurting himself as well. So at the halfway point, this is very, very close for DM4.
The teams are very, very close together here. And once again, some headway being made by Rune. We've got Carapace and Locktar just sitting in the middle room, but again, they don't have really much armor. It's all about positioning and being very efficient with your LG, because you might not get much in the way of cells, so you've got to use them very, very effectively. And so far, you know, we're seeing a great effort back in there as BPS and Locust are going to eliminate the control, and once again, they're going to start to frag themselves, but they've got to recover this lead.
Absolutely. So BPS, actually, I like his delay there a little bit, double tapping through the teleporter, kind of keeping it close. Anticipating some frags for free as long as they're not looking his way. But again, it kind of leaves your teammate at a bit of risk, but it's been working a bit here. We've seen this score spread expand to 10 frags, and at least they're both down here for red armor. So is he going to be able to rocket jump out? He's already got yellow armor. He's not going to drop back down here. Trying to anticipate it. 3, 2, 1, go. And Carapace actually survives it. And this is the first time in a long time I've seen somebody actually go in for that mega and immediately lose it by rocketing himself against the wall. So, you know, A+.
Good stuff indeed, yeah. I like it that they at least split up in that situation as to the previous time when we saw that spot happen. But either way, it's going to be there's still the advantage here for Carapace. And Locktar, they're actually kind of holding on to pretty much the same lead, around 10 frags. But the time is ticking away right now. But still enough time for Aeronauts to get back into this one. But it's starting to look like Carapace and Locktar are just about finding more edges overall. That,
and I think they're playing a little bit more of a standard position, and it's working out quite well for them. I think BPS and Locust feel like they have to get a little bit creative here, and you know that can go either way, right?
Absolutely, and the lava gets some action as well.
I know, I'm gonna sneak through the lava.
I love the sound when people are in lava.
Yeah, well, I think Quake 2's environmental damage sounds are the best, but we'll get into that. We need to have a Quake off one of these days. All right, so 3 minutes left here, 62 to 74, and you're absolutely right. We haven't seen this line budge too much here. It's just been back and forth. Oh, but that LG, it's too many targets to pick from, and so Locust is going to get knocked down. Twice, actually, right off the spawn as well.
Yeah, it's really hard to fight and dodge on this map, because that's kind of what you're trying to do all the time. Is you want to stay in position because the high ground is so valuable, so you want to go off of it. But the high ground doesn't offer you much dodging potential. So you have to have really amazing movement, to be honest, especially if you're against multiple opponents. it's such a unique dynamic. You just don't really see it on any other map, and maybe only QuakeWorld is a game that can offer such gameplay. You know?
Absolutely. So Locust here, actually, okay, had enough of that for one day. All right, but Locust's shots have been actually right on target there. So Carapace is going to be back up top. He's going to get knocked down very quickly. Locust could be moving back through teleporter, and again, some of the tricks can work out fairly well. These look like dual tricks, honestly, again. But they're working out here and keeping things incredibly close. We're getting down to the wire, though, and this gap is going to need to close very shortly if Aeronauts wants to push this to a third map.
Yeah, no, again, this is so intense that I do wonder sometimes if how much they're looking at the scoreboard and starting to worry, because they must begin to be, well, they must be sweating bullets at this point, because they just can't make any headway into this lead, and it's actually getting even worse right now here for the Aeronauts side. BPS and Locust just struggling to make the frags they need. They have a minute, like 90 seconds left now to make it happen, and it is doable.
Oh,
there you go. That is a way in.
That'll take, armor, what armor? 76 to 88, 1 minute, 25 seconds. BPS is going to be able to get a red armor and get through there. Nobody really looking at that point, so he's going to be coming over the top with pretty much a full stack, as much as you could realistically hope for here on DM4. And my God, who turned the VTech on BPS? He is just absolutely ripping through people, taking relatively little damage, but recovering on the yellow armor, coming back in for even more frags. Seeing Locust through the teleporter should put them both in a pretty good position.
Yeah, BPS has to be the guy that is the playmaker here. He's got to make this happen. He's got all the weapons to choose from there. The LG as well, full cells. He really wants some health and armor. He was just waiting for a very long time there, just coordinating with his teammate before he went for this telly to see keep control of this area. And of course, he can get to that yellow very quickly, as you can see, going through that telly now. Yellow and red are in this area, and he's got the yellow, maintains position. The grenades are sailing down. He gets the frag with the rockets. That's very important. And there's the spawn follow-ups. They're closing the gap.
It's almost as if they actually waited to make this final sprint happen, because it is now within 4 frags. And now, like, with the flip of a switch,
did they go to Mega?
The pace of this match has just changed. 20 seconds, and BPS is going to wait for a red armor. Look for somebody to spawn. He's looking for spawns out of Locust. He must be getting calls like, all right, it's dead. Should be happening. And there's the one, but 10 seconds left. 2 frags. Is BPS going to wait for spawns? Is he really going to wait for spawns? Is this how it is? He's going to come back through, and 2, 3, 2, 1, and it's, no, not going to happen.
Yeah, that was the gamble he took. Very, very close. 2 frags in it, and they, as you said, they managed to make the sprint happen, but they just failed right before the finish line.
All right. Do you know how many spawns there are in DM4?
Let me count.
All right, who knows off the top of your, I mean, we got like the best QuakeWorld players in the world right here in our front row.
4 or 5.
How many spawns are in DM4? 5?
5, yeah.
5? Okay, so you got like a 20% chance when somebody makes a frag. 2, 6? Well, that's even 6. A worse strat. that's a huge gamble.
You can't crunch numbers.
That's a huge gamble, yeah. Wow, it was ballsy for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was, and
it would have been fantastic if it worked.
It did look very, he was very calm. I hope he realized
this is definitely going to work.
Was counting down at that point. Because sometimes, again, DM4 is a map where sometimes you can't forget about the clock. It's just you're so focused on so many things, it can be hard to think about the clock and the score and so on. But yeah, that went by really, really fast. I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see any more, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
Although that was, despite that being the last match, up to date for QuakeWorld, we actually will have, hopefully, I think, a 4-on-4 match set up, because I think we'll be finishing quite early, and I thought that would be super cool to have some real 4-on-4s, especially for all the die-hard fans. That is where QuakeWorld is really, and that's what everyone is super passionate about in QuakeWorld. It's like where the gameplay is so unique and so brilliant. It is fantastic.
Can we call it EQL 23?
We can. Are we up to 23 now?
It's shut down. I don't know if you knew. EQL.
Oh, it did, didn't it? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
All right. Oh, sorry.
That's a lot to drop on a guy live on stream.
I thought you knew.
Yeah. So we have an interview coming up with with the Swag Lords, Carapace and Lokhtar, coming in for the interview.
All right. That was incredibly close. The Aeronauts. BPS. I got to hand it to that guy. Like, all right, I'm gonna wait. Locust is gonna get a frag, and I'm gonna take the spawn. No problem.
I got this red armor spawn.
I got this. Yeah.
I got this. And then at some point, it's kind of like, guys, you're making me look kind of bad here.
Yeah. It works better in 4v4 DM4.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I hope though with the show match that we'll get DM3, but looks like we are ready with the interview with the winners. So take it away, Zoot. He's got Team Rune.
Welcome to the interview desk, guys. I am here with the Rune chaps, with Carapace and Locktar. Guys, you seem pretty hype after that. I was there in there just as you won. You excited for tomorrow?
Oh, yes.
Carrier has arrived.
Is it something you expected? That game went to plan? Your strategies worked out? Tell me a bit about how the series went for you guys.
Well, I'm a one-on-one player, so maybe my friend here can talk about the team player.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, this CTN worked a lot better than the previous one in the winner bracket game that we played. So I'm really happy with the CTN and how it turned out. We managed to time a lot more armors and get away with more quads and do quad runs and do some real damage. And on DM4, well, they play really well, I must say. I kind of expected us to run away a little bit with the score, but we never really did. So we had to play the frag game in the end there. Yeah.
I totally agree what he said.
Yeah. And following on for the game that you had in the winner bracket final versus Ragnarok, I mean, I don't think we got a chance to really talk to you guys about that after it, but how do you felt that that went, and can compare it to your expectations going against them tomorrow? Oh.
Very well. I mean, they are the best team, so we thought we had a decent chance at DM2 and DM4, but we did. I don't think we expected to win that game. But we performed very well on both DM4 and DM2, and we won DM2, so it's good. CTN, not so good. A bit so.
Yeah, we actually maintained control on DM4 for a bit, but once they broke it, we never managed to regain it, and it's extremely difficult against those two. Because once you lose control, you lose kind of the mental placements of the opponents, what they are doing, and it becomes so difficult to take it back. But yeah, the DM2 went very well, and Milton was quite easy.
And in terms of getting ready for tomorrow, have you guys got any special preparations, any rituals that you want to go by and to get ready for it?
I think we're going to drink some beers tonight.
Yeah.
Settle the nerves down a little bit.
A healthy amount of beers, yeah.
I talked to Rickle before, and he always said to me, drink 5 beers and 2 coffee. It keeps you calm, and then the caffeine makes you alert. Thank you. Yeah. So I will try that for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember this as well.
So I guess what I'll be doing is keeping check that Locktar doesn't drink too much beer.
Okay, supervision. I see. Are you nervous about the big stage at all, though? Because you're going to be on a massive stage, quite a lot of people watching you live as well. Does this affect your game at all?
Well, I never played before, huge crowd, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how I feel then. I hope I'm calm, but I have no idea.
I have played at DreamHack finals in the 1-1, and I can say it's amazing.
Brag more.
Yes, I will brag, because I won it 2 times in a row. Yes.
So you can bring that experience together, and you can supervise him through that bit.
This time I will supervise you, my little Padawan.
Yeah, feels good.
Oh, yes.
To have an adult.
But just to wrap up on the previous parts of the tournament, we're pretty much at the end of it now. Are there any memorable moments for yourself in the tournament, or even other games that you watched that you felt really stood out?
I mean, every tournament game or like this QuakeCon, DreamHack, whatever, is always fun to play. So every game has its own specialties, I think. I mean, beating Rickle and Milton on DM2, I did not see that coming. Yeah. No. 1-1, it's easy, but 2-2. Oh my God. Yeah, so it's a win.
Yeah, that game kind of stood out. Yeah, and other than that, it's just amazing to play QuakeWorld in such a serious event on a LAN with a lot of friends and new friends. So that stands out to me.
Oh, fantastic. Well, have you guys got any last words you want to say ahead of moving into, I think there's going to be some 4v4 that's going to be taking place in a few moments, but anything you want to say to the stream and to the community? Kaboom, baby!
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you.
With that said, I'm going to pass it back to DDK and Johar, and we're going to get ready for the next part of the show. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
I guess we're back.
Yeah,
back.
I guess so. Yeah.
Locktar's a funny guy, man. Funny guy.
I'm falling in love.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I always get this feeling every QuakeCon that I wish that there could be multiple QuakeCons a year.
Yeah,
because as you say, as they were saying, they make a lot of new friends as well as meeting up with a lot of old ones. That one event a year, that's very.
And then there's that special category of people who you've been playing with for years and years, and you've never met before.
Yes.
It's electric.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. We had like a huge QuakeCon appreciation moment there. But this is an amazing event, and you can see, I mean, it's the best game to have at kind of the 20-year anniversary. We've got QuakeWorld, I mean, we haven't really had a proper QuakeWorld tournament before. We could have all the QuakeWorld players flying in for it, especially. It's just perfect. And we have some amazing trophies as well coming up, so we will have a quick preview of those in a moment. But I think it's ready. Yes, it is ready indeed. So these are the amazing trophies that we have here for the tournament.
Now with lights.
With lights. Yeah. Look at that. That is such a Quakelive feel as well.
Always outdoes himself.
Yeah, mad props to Cobalt, the guy who made them.
Outdoes himself. Just every year, they just get crazier and crazier, and just more and more primo. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful shot of the Quakelive. Is that live? Is there somebody with a camera over there? No, I guess not. Okay, this was recorded. I see.
Indeed, yeah, and the QuakeWorld one as well. And here they are. Boom.
Chub. That's a chubby chub.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
These are some seriously awesome trophies, I got to say.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of lost in looking at him.
I actually had a very good look earlier. I was just standing there for about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
they have like little
he's been doing the trophies
well.
for a while, and I think it was the Doom 2 tournament a few years back where he really started to like crank things up to 11 and make it so that this already memorable event for these guys who, you know, it might be their only QuakeCon that they come for a big event like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it makes it one, you know, totally worthwhile.
Hopefully
that and, you know, the $25,000 prize pool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hopefully they'll come back again, even if it's not there running those BYOC tournaments. But yeah, I mean, that is all the QuakeCon action for today. We of course have our finalists, which is great for tomorrow. But as we ran quite ahead of schedule, I suppose, we are trying to set up a 4-on-4 match, actually. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break, and we'll try to get that going, and we'll be back soon with some information as to when you can expect that, hopefully pretty quickly. I know the players would definitely be down for that. So we'll have a quick break.
They're not going to stop playing. We couldn't stop them playing.
No, absolutely.
So we might as well.
They've already been doing it like just off stream, so might as well catch it on